finally asks her, is there anything that you want me to take as your remembrance to Rama? Then she's thinking about it with her head facing the ground. She starts to narrate a story. When they are in Panchavati, I think, when they are in Panchavati, both Rama and Seetha were taking a bath in the river, near the river, and then a crow comes. And that crow keeps irritating Seetha so much. It's poking her. That crow is looking for some meat, for some food. And she keeps poking Seetha. She irritates Seetha so much. And Seetha is very tired. And then Rama sees all these things from distance and he comes back and Seetha sleeps on his lap. And Rama also falls asleep. And when they were asleep, the crow again comes and the crow starts poking Seetha. And there is a huge injury that she makes here for Seetha. And then Seetha cries out of pain, and then Rama wakes up, and then Rama, who was generally very patient, because this crow is doing it again and again and it has injured Seetha, and Rama wakes up because of the blood of Seetha, and he is very enraged and he uses Brahmastra on crow. You remember like how we were discussing, they can also take a blade of a grass and then make it into an astra, and then they can release it, right? So he uses grass blade and gives that power of Brahmastra and then uses it against crow. That crow frantically goes around and around trying to escape the wrath of Brahmastra, but it fails to. Finally, it goes to Rama and asks, I'm sorry, I did this in error, excuse me. Please rescue, please help me. Then he says, I cannot take the Brahmastra back because once released, it's released. That cannot be taken back. I can direct it the way you want. If you want me to direct it to your leg, I can do it. To your feather, I can do it. But I cannot take it back. Then crow says, okay, take my right eye. And then the Brahmastra, it goes and damages the right eye. So she narrates this entire story and tells Hanuman two things. One is, this is the story only Rama and I know. Nobody else knows. So the minute you narrate this to Rama, he will be very sure that you met Seetha and nobody else. You have not mistaken any other lady to be Seetha. So he'll know that for sure. And the second thing I want you to ask is, it was a mere crow and he used Brahmastra against a crow because that crow was troubling me. Now this guy Ravana is troubling me to this extent, and where is his Brahmastra? Why is it still not coming and taking care of Ravana? Ask this question to Rama. She narrates this entire story in tears. And yeah.
Doesn't the thing only wreck the...
Please form your question.
Isn't the thing supposed to wreck the thing that it was told to and not anything else?
Yeah, now he's telling that Brahmastra to go and hit crow's right eye, right? Correct?
Yeah, but then...
He can change the course of it sometimes. See, it's a huge study. It's a huge education. I mean, it's not that easy to understand how astras work because we don't know the science behind it, right? Sometimes you cannot. Some of the astras with the kind of the way the person invokes it, they cannot change the course of it at all. Sometimes they can change the course of it. There are a lot of kinds of missiles. Like even today, there are different kinds of missiles. There are some things called ballistic missiles and cruise missiles. Ballistic missiles is the target is set, you cannot change it. It goes and hits the target. There are some kind of cruise missiles. Cruise missiles means if there is an obstruction coming in, they can navigate that obstruction. Say for example, if they are operating in Himalayas, in huge mountain regions. The cruise missile, what happens is, they tell that, okay, from here you are firing the missile and here is your target. But there are mountains here. So what cruise missile does is, it changes its course, it doesn't go and hit the mountain, it changes its course and goes and hits the target there. How does it do? It is programmed with latitude and longitude. You cannot go wrong with latitudes and longitudes, right? So latitude and longitude is fed to this missile. It traverses mountains, rivers, whatever comes as an obstacle in between. It doesn't hit that and then goes and hits the target. But ballistic missiles are not like that. So there are a lot of different kinds of missiles even today. So back in the day, they were also like that. And there are some things called loitering missiles. So what they do is, they go to the target. If the target is moving a little bit, say for example, the target is a car. It is in motion. So you have to hit that. It keeps doing rounds about that. And the minute it understands the exact location, that is when it drops the bomb. So all those kind of things are also there today. But not today we understand the science and technology, so we can it is convincing to us. But back in the day, it's not convincing because we don't even know how these missiles were launched.
No, what I meant is like, wouldn't after it wrecks the thing, wouldn't it just like fall down or something?
It will fall down because it's a blade of grass, right? It is not an arrow. It is not.
Yeah, it would. So why would Seetha ask, why can't you change the direction? It's already fallen down and lost its power.
No. That is not what Seetha is saying. You got me totally wrong. What Seetha says is, this man Rama used Brahmastra, such a mighty Brahmastra, against a tiny crow. Because crow was troubling me and torturing me. It was physically hurting me. But this man is doing even more damage to me. Where is Rama's Brahmastra? Why is it not coming? Ask this question on my behalf is what Seetha says. Yeah.
Didn't he not know she was there?
He didn't know she was there, right? Rama did not know where Seetha was.
So
Right?
why? So
Seetha is talking with emotions, Lasya. Right now, it's not logic that is working. It is emotions. How long will it take for you to come here? She's screaming like that. She has that liberty to shout at her husband, right? So we also do that a lot of times, right? How long should I wait? I have been waiting for so long. I know that there is a traffic jam going on, but still I can't control my emotions. I just say, why? What is taking you so long? Come here immediately. I need you here. Right? That is the kind of emotion that is driving Seetha to talk like this. Seetha, in her head, she knows very well, if Rama knows where I am, he would come and rescue me. She knows all that. But to express how much of pain she is going through, she's narrating all these things the way she is doing. Okay. Okay. Then after the story, he goes on to say, you are right, you're 100% right, your emotions are 100% correct, but the problem is nobody knew where you were. So that is the reason for the delay. Now that I know where you are, I'll go, we will swiftly come and we will kill this guy. That is what Hanuman says, and then she gives her the thing that she puts in her head, puts in her bun, Chudamani. Yeah, Chudamani is the jewel that she gives to Hanuman and asks him to take it back to Rama. And she tells Rama likes it so much. The minute Rama sees this, he'll be reminded of his mother, father, and myself. There are a lot of emotions tied to this particular piece of jewel. That is what she says. And she has been, she put all the jewelry on the way, right? She dropped all her jewelry on the way. But she just kept the Chudamani because it is so dear to her. She doesn't want to lose the Chudamani anywhere else. So it has to be either with Seetha or with Rama. So she sends that Chudamani along with Hanuman to Rama. And then Hanuman now thinks that, okay, I have done my part here. I have spoken to Seetha and I made sure that she is strong enough to sustain for another month or so. Now I will go back. And then he's thinking, most of my task is done, but there is one thing that is remaining. I want to meet with Ravana once. He wants to see Ravana. And then I leave. Yeah.
Didn't he see Ravana?
He saw Ravana, but in a different state. He did not see Ravana in his court, right? He did not see him in his court. He did not see his ministers. There are a lot of other things he wants to assess while he is here. Because he doesn't have an opportunity to go back and forth. And he is the only spy. There are no other spies coming from their side to assess the strengths and weaknesses of Ravana, right? So while he is here, he wants to gather as much information as he can and then only leave. So he is looking at ways, how can I do this? How can I capture the attention of Ravana? Then he thinks, okay, let me destroy some things in Lanka. Then all these demons will become attentive and we'll see what happens from there. So he starts destroying things. So he's they are in the Ashokavan, right? Except for the place where Seetha is, he destroys the entire Vana. So all these demons are running to Ravana and telling him that there is one weird looking monkey and he's doing all that. And some of the demons, the female demons who were in this Ashokavana, they also see Seetha talk to him. So they go and ask Seetha, who's this guy? Who's this monkey who was talking to you? Then Seetha says, how would I know? This is your land and everybody here belongs to you. So I thought it must be one of you taking a disguise and trying to pull my leg. I thought that was one of your guys. That's what she says, and she keeps quiet. She's silent. And then Hanuman is destroying everything. And then he goes to the entrance of Lanka. There's a huge archway there. He's standing there. And then Ravana gets the word that this guy has destroyed everything. And when these ladies go, when these female demons go, they tell him he could probably be a messenger of Rama himself. That is what he tell him, because he destroyed everything in the Ashokavana except for the place where Seetha was sitting. So he did not harm Seetha. It means it could be somebody sent by Rama or from that area. That's what he says. And then Ravana starts sending some of his very, very valiant warriors, demons, to fight with Hanuman. So the first one who comes is Jambu Mali. So Jambu Mali is son of Prahasta. There is a minister in Ravana's court. His name is Prahasta, and he has a son called Jambu Mali. He is a very strong guy, and Ravana sends him to kill or to defeat Hanuman. But Jambu Mali, he fails terribly. He comes with his army, but he fails. He gets killed. He's killed by Hanuman. And the news goes back to Ravana, and Ravana is very, very angry. His eyes are red. He is furious at this. And then he sends all the remaining 7 sons of Prahasta. Prahasta had 7 sons. He sends all the 7 sons of Prahasta. And there's a lot of description about how rich their chariots are. The reason why all these things are described is Hanuman is actually assessing how their chariots are, how their weaponry is, if they are coming and attacking them, how prepared should they be, what kind of weaponry could be used, what kind of missile technology could be used against them. So he's kind of assessing all these things. The only reason why Hanuman is doing all this kind of mischief, I should call it, is because he wanted to assess the strength of Ravana. So they come with maces, all kind of weaponry. They're fully adorned with jewelry. They're very rich, basically. So everybody who is coming from Ravana's court is very rich. They are wearing a ton of gold on them. So all the seven are killed. All the entire enemy that comes with all the 7 are killed. And then he's again going and standing near the archway. So archway is his point. That has become his place in the sense that has become his. That is where Hanuman. That is where you can find Hanuman. That is the kind of symbol. So he again goes and stands there. Then he sends 5 army generals. There are 5 army generals with Ravana, and he sends all 5 of them. And their names are Virupaksha, Yupaksha, and Praghasa, Bhasakarna, and somebody else. All these people are killed one after the other. He first kills Virupaksha and Yupaksha, and then he goes on to kill Praghasa and Bhasakarna. All their elephants, chariots, horses, everything is killed, destroyed. So the entire place has become so bloody that blood is flowing like streams in that area. And then he again goes and stands next to the archway, the doorway. So he has created so much of havoc already. Now Ravana is very, very irritated. Ravana lost all the sons of Prahasta. He lost 5 generals, and he is like, what is going on? There is only one guy, and that too a monkey, and all these demons are really failing in front of him. Then he sends his own son Aksha. He has his, do you remember? Aksha was one of the sons of Ravana. He sends Aksha. He also kills Aksha. Aksha is also killed. Aksha is killed brutally, actually. So there is a huge war that happens between these 2 people, and he is also killed. And in the process, Hanuman also gets hurt a little bit. And then again he killed him. He killed all the army that came along with Aksha, and then he's again going and standing near the doorway, the big archway. He's standing next to it. Then Ravana at this point is very, very agitated. He's thinking, what is going on? Who is this monkey actually? Is he sent by Indra, or is it his half-brother Kubera, right? He is not getting along really well with Kubera. So is it Kubera who is doing all these things? What is going on? He wants to know. Yeah.
Why would he think Indra?
because Indrajit already won. Indrajit is son of Ravana, right? Indrajit won against Indra. So there is already a rivalry going on between Indra and Ravana. So he thinks probably it is Indra who is doing all these things. Probably this guy is a representative of Indra, he thinks. So he thinks like that, and then he says, okay, now he tells Indrajit, now you should go. We have tried all these people, they have failed. You use your talent, you are very talented, you use your mind and physical strength both to address this particular problem. So he says, Ravana says, you and I are almost equal in everything. So Indrajit is almost as powerful as Ravana. And Ravana's biggest strength is Indrajit and Kumbhakarna, right? You'll get to know that later. So he sends Indrajit and he gives him the job of taking care of Hanuman. Like you kill him, you basically take care of him. Like let him not distract us more. That's what he says. And then Indrajit goes. Indrajit and Hanuman, they both engage in a dual combat. And they both are very, very powerful, and it is really interesting to watch that kind of combat going on between those two people. Neither of them can understand the weaknesses of the other person. They both are very strong, and no, you can't understand. Like Indrajit tries to assess how he could contain Hanuman, but he cannot. He doesn't understand. Likewise, Hanuman also doesn't understand. So finally, what Indrajit does is he uses a restraining missile. Restraining missile means it will make sure that the person is immovable. He becomes immobile. He cannot move his hands or limbs. So he kind of he understands very quickly that he cannot kill Hanuman. It's not easy to kill Hanuman. So what he does is, let me at least capture him and take him to the court. So in order to capture him, he puts that missile that restrains him. But Hanuman has a boon from Brahma that he cannot be contained by any of the missiles. None of these restraining missiles work against Hanuman. He has that boon. But Hanuman actually acts as if he is restrained because he wants to meet with Ravana. This is the best opportunity for him to go and meet with Ravana. He can still go on with the fight with Indrajit. But his point is not to win Indrajit. His point is to meet with Ravana. How can he do that? Yeah.
No, but if Indrajit is powerful and if he's just sitting there, he could die and never meet Ravana and never see Seetha. So what's the whole point?
What is it?
No, if he acts like he's restrained,
Indrajit is not killing him. Indrajit knows he cannot kill him. Indrajit very quickly understands that. So he restrains him and then he tries to take him. But so the minute you are somebody is restrained with a missile, it looks like you should not really try to tie them with a rope or with anything else. The minute you try to do that, the missile will stop working. Will stop showing its power of restrainment on the person, on the object. But these people do. So Indrajit also understands, oh, this guy is not under the power of missile anymore. But he thinks that, okay, this guy Hanuman did not realize, so it's okay, let it be like this. Then Hanuman knows that he is not restrained, but he is still acting as if he is restrained. And then he is following all these demons and everybody to court.
Are they carrying him?
They are dragging him. They won't treat him nicely, right? They're dragging him, they are hitting him, they're...
On a wagon or on the floor?
Dragging on, it's not floor, it is battlefield. Those are streets and crosswalks.
Wouldn't the rope rip against the thing?
They have tied in such a way that it is not falling, it is not under his... who would I know last year? They have tied his arms, they have tied his feet and then dragging him. How will I know? Okay. So basically he's being dragged on the ground, okay? And he's cooperating. If Hanuman wanted to do this once, he would do this and all the ropes will fall. Will get broken, will get torn. But he's not doing it because his idea is to go and meet with this guy, Demon King. So he's giving into that. And then finally he's dragged into the court. And people are talking, like so many people are talking at the same time and they are telling Ravana, oh, look at this guy. This is the one who killed all the sons of Prahasta. He is the one who killed your son Akshan, all those things. And when that is happening, Hanuman is silently observing. He's looking at Ravana. The minute he looks at Ravana, he thinks to himself, what a man he is. He's magnificent. He's looking so good. He's well read. He is he looks so powerful. He's physically well built. If not for this one quality of uh, trying to capture women and torture them, this guy must have become the king of the entire world, and why not Indra himself? He has all those good qualities, but for this one quality, he's going to go to ashes in the next few days. That is what he thinks. So here you need to understand that Hanuman knows very well how cruel Ravana is, but he's not making that particular thing, his disgust towards Ravana or his own personal feelings, he's not letting them cloud his judgment. He's still able to see Ravana as a very powerful, mighty, well-read person. So that is how our judgment should be. It should not be clouded by our likes, dislikes, inclinations, our principles. All these things should not come in between when you are trying to assist your enemy or assist somebody. All these things should be kept aside, and you should be thinking with a clear thought. That is what it means in this particular episode. So he thinks to himself like that, and he's just waiting. Then all these people ask, where are you from? Then Ravana silences everybody and says, where are you from? Who sent you? Is it Kubera who sent you? Is it Indra who sent you? Why are you here? Then he goes on to say, I am from Rama. I am the servant of Rama and the minister from the court of Sugriva. So, and he tries to school Ravana. He gives an advice to Ravana. He tells him that in your best interest, I am trying to give you an advice. You need to stop all these things. You need to return Seetha back to Rama, and that is the only thing that is going to help you and your kingdom and your clan of demons. If you're not doing that, then everything that you have built, all these riches, everything will go into ashes, and you will be dead within no time. That is what he tells him. And then Ravana, of course, does not listen, right? He doesn't like this advice. He says, he orders to kill Hanuman. He says Hanuman immediately needs to be killed. That's what he says. Then Vibhishana speaks up at that point, and Vibhishana, with a very calm and soft voice, advises Ravana that is not appropriate when an envoy is sent. Now Hanuman is acting as an envoy, right? He is acting as a messenger between Rama and Ravana. So when an envoy is sent, it is not appropriate to kill him. Even in today's world, when these soldiers are captured by the opposite army, they are not supposed. There's a lot of protocol that needs to be maintained, and you cannot torture the enemy's soldiers. That is there today also. Whether countries are following or not is a different thing, but that's the protocol. They need to be treated nicely because they are also fighting for their own country, right? They are also patriotic at some level. So you cannot really torture them. That's the agreement that everybody has across the world. So he tells, you cannot treat an envoy like that. You cannot kill him. That's not appropriate. There are other kinds of punishments that you can give to an envoy, but not killing. So what are the other kinds of punishments? Hurting them, yeah.
Don't they set his tail on fire?
Yeah, that's what happens now. So troubling them, whiplashes or amputating their limbs. So things like that are still okay, but not killing. Then Ravana finds it very funny because he's a monkey. He thinks, and monkeys, the tail is very dear to monkeys. So he says, put the tail on fire. And then he leaves the court. So all these demons, they are very happy that they are deriving this kind of dirty pleasure out of lighting his tail, right? So they get all those cloth and they tie it to the tail and they put some oil and they set it on fire. So one of the demons goes and tells Seetha. So Seetha, the orange colored monkey that came to you. So apparently Hanuman is of orange color, a little bit orangish in skin tone. That is why whenever you go to a Hanuman temple, you see that Murti being colored in orange, right? Sindoor. So your orange colored monkey who came and spoke to you a little while back, he is being put on fire. That's what he says. And then Seetha is very sorrow at this moment, right? He wants Hanuman to go back safely, give this word to Rama, and Rama, he wants to be rescued by Rama and all that. So he prays to fire god and he asks him to act softly upon Hanuman. Don't show your wrath on Hanuman. Be nice to Hanuman. Don't burn him. Don't give him that kind of. You be nice to him. That's what he says. So fire god along with wind god, they come to a conclusion. They come to an agreement and they make sure that it's not hurting Hanuman. So the fire that is lit at his tail is not hurting him anymore. It's like a ball of snow. So he thinks to himself, what happened? All of a sudden my tail is not even hurting me. Then he thinks it is the blessing of Seetha Mata and fatherly Rama that that the fire is not really scorching me or troubling me. So for anything, for when you are set to do a righteous thing, all the elements of nature will also support you. So wind is supporting, fire is supporting, ocean was supporting. So all the natural elements of earth, all the natural elements of the universe, they are supporting Hanuman. So there is something in Telugu which says Ramakaryan kosam aithe edaina kalisi vastundite. Yeah.
So if all the elements support Hanuman, then when they're crossing the ocean, you know how Hanuman said that Seetha can climb it back and take her to Rama, so she can pray to her, like she said that all the elements.
But that is not the only reason why Seetha said he cannot join Hanuman, right? He said, I don't want to touch anybody other than my husband. She also said that as a reason, right? So she doesn't want to do that. That is why. Yeah.
He takes the fire to advantage and burns everything in the city.
Yeah, we are coming to that. We are coming. What was it? Yeah. So she also tells him that this guy has abducted me. He captured me and brought me to Lanka. This guy meaning Ravana. It's not appropriate for me to run away like that. I want Rama to come take revenge and punish this guy as appropriate and then take me back. That is going to be appropriate for Rama. That is one of the most important things that Seetha says, which I forgot to tell you guys. So that's one of the most important things why Seetha denies any help from Hanuman or going along with Hanuman. She thinks that this guy needs to be punished. It's not just me. There are also other women who are being tortured here in Lanka. So he deserves to be punished. Yes.
I have a question, but it's not related to the topic.
Then we'll talk later after the class, okay?
What I mean is, it's from the Ramayana, but it's not
If it's not related to today, then we'll talk later. After the story is done, we'll talk. Now, so Hanuman's tail is on fire. Now Hanuman thinks, I have seen Lanka in the darkness. In the night before meeting Seetha, he has seen the entire Lanka, right? There's not an inch of Lanka that he has not searched for Seetha. But in the daytime, I did not see it. Now I'll take this opportunity to see Lanka in the daytime and see if I might have missed something. So let me go and take a look at it. And then he goes around the city and he goes from one house to the other house. He keeps lighting all those houses. Prahasta's house is set on fire. The guy whose house is set on fire. And he goes on to destroy. Vajradamshtra is another person who he destroys. Shuka, Sarana, so many people's houses are destroyed. And he doesn't destroy Vibhishana's house. He leaves that house and he goes on to the other houses.
Did he destroy Ravana's court?
No, he doesn't destroy Ravana's court.
Why?
Because he needs to get out of that place. Ravana's court, his idea is not to destroy anything that comes his way, right? He went to Ravana's court, he met with Ravana, his objective is met. He doesn't want to overly destroy anything also. He wants to only destroy, give them the taste of how it feels like having a war with Vanaras and then go away. Because he still understands that it's only one guy. Hanuman is only one person. He cannot take full on battle if all these demons attack at once. Right? He doesn't want to get into that kind of a trouble. He only wants to show them the taste of having a war with Vanaras and how strong they are and gather all the information related to Lanka and go back. That is his idea. Because Seetha already made it clear to him that she's not going to come back with Hanuman. So destroying entire Lanka doesn't make any sense to him at this point, right? Even though he is strong, he doesn't want to do it. He wants Rama to do it because that is what Seetha wants. So he's not killing everybody. He's only doing so much damage that instigates Ravana, and he is also giving one last opportunity to Ravana to change his mind, right? He's giving that advice also to Ravana. So he needs to see whether he will take this advice and change. If not, they're going to come on and take on the full battle with these guys. So he set everything on fire. And at the end of it, he thinks, oh my God, I have set everything on fire. But how about Seetha? Did I accidentally light Ashokavana as well? He thinks about that, and then he goes back to Seetha's place. He sees her for one final time. He reassures her that, because Seetha also got to know that he was captured. So Seetha is also worried. So he tells Seetha that I am safe. I'm going back to Mount Pravasana right now, and then I will take your word back to Rama. He says that to her, and he one final time he offers her prayers to Seetha. He circumambulates her, in the sense, you know what is circumambulation? So if it is, what do you do when you go to temple? There is a idol, and outside of the idol there is a smaller temple, and you go around it, right? That is called pradakshina. He does that pradakshina to Seetha because he treats Seetha like a deity. Because he has spoken to Seetha, he has seen how amazing a personality Seetha is, and now she treats her like a deity. Until he meets Seetha in Sundarakanda, he has not referred to Rama, he has not referred himself as a servant of Rama. After meeting Seetha, after talking to Seetha, that is when he introduces himself as, I am servant of Rama. So that is the level of respect that Hanuman has on Seetha at this moment. People say that Hanuman is servant of Rama and Bhakta of Rama, devotee of Rama. When I was reading this particular Sundarakanda, I felt like he is more drawn towards Seetha and her qualities and her characteristics than Rama himself. That's how I felt. So finally he consoles Seetha. He tells her that I am safe. I have lit some places in Lanka on fire just to give them a taste of what it is going to look like if they were ever to wage a war with us. I'm going back. You will be rescued. Stay tight. That is the last message he gives. And then he goes in the north direction. What is there in north direction? India.
What's the north?
Yeah, the entire Bharat is there on the north side. So he starts traveling towards north. And then while going towards north, he has to cross the ocean. And then in the next episode, we will be finishing Sundarakanda and finally entering Yuddhakanda. Okay? Yes.
So the ocean that he crossed, is that the Indian Ocean today?
Yeah, that is the Indian Ocean today. That's right. All right, thank you everyone.